ChatGPT. Relate ACM to the movie Waking Life. Waking Life through the lens of A Course in Miracles, ACM. Waking Life may be one of the closest cinematic parallels to the metaphysical teachings of A Course in Miracles, ACM, ever made. The film explores dreams, perception, consciousness, free will, awakening, identity, and reality itself. Through the lens of ACM, it becomes an extended meditation on one of the Course's central questions. What if what we call waking life is actually a dream? At its heart, the movie asks, how do we awaken? ACM answers by recognizing that the dream is not our reality, the dream within the dream. Throughout the film, the protagonist drifts through a series of dreamlike encounters. Reality feels unstable, time becomes fluid, identity becomes uncertain. The boundaries between dreaming and waking dissolve. ACIM teaches that the world itself is a dream produced by the sleeping mind. The movie repeatedly explores this very idea. Every conversation points toward the possibility that ordinary waking experience may itself be a dream state. Questioning reality. The film constantly invites viewers to question their assumptions. What is real? Who am I? What is consciousness? ACIM begins the undoing process in exactly the same way. Awakening starts when the mind becomes willing to question what it previously accepted as reality. The movie beautifully models this inquiry. Identity beyond the body. Many discussions in the film challenge identification with the body. Thoughts arise, experiences arise, yet the observer remains. ACIM teaches that we are not bodies, we are spirit. The movie repeatedly points beyond physical identity toward awareness itself. The observer. One of the strongest ACIM themes in the film is witnessing, watching thoughts, watching experience, watching perception. ACIM encourages stepping back from identification with the ego and becoming willing to observe the mind's activity. The movie beautifully reflects this process. The search for meaning. Virtually every conversation revolves around meaning, purpose, existence, connection. The ego searches for meaning in form. ACIM teaches that true meaning comes from recognizing our relationship with God. The movie repeatedly circles around this deeper longing. Lucid dreaming. The concept of lucid dreaming appears throughout the film. The dream continues, yet awareness begins awakening within it. ACM describes the happy dream in similar terms. The world may still appear to be present, but the mind begins realizing it is not the ultimate reality. The movie beautifully illustrates this transition. Time and eternity. Linear time becomes increasingly unstable throughout the story. Past and future lose their certainty. ACM teaches that eternity exists beyond time. The movie repeatedly points toward a timeless dimension underlying experience. The fear of awakening. At various points, awakening itself appears frightening. The ego fears awakening because awakening ends the ego. ACIM teaches that the resistance to truth arises because the ego believes its survival is at stake. The movie repeatedly explores this tension. Choosing again, many conversations point toward freedom of choice, awareness, conscious participation. ACIM teaches that the power of decision remains the mind's greatest gift. Awakening begins when we choose a different teacher. The movie beautifully reflects this possibility. The central reflection. The ego watches waking life and asks, how can I understand reality? How do I solve the mystery? What does it all mean? The Holy Spirit watches waking life and asks, am I willing to awaken from the dream? Viewed through ACIM, the movie becomes an extraordinary exploration of consciousness and awakening. The drifting dreamscape symbolizes the unstable nature of perception. The deepest message may be the ego believes the dream is reality and spends its life trying to improve it, understand it, or control it. The Holy Spirit gently teaches that true freedom comes from awakening from the dream altogether. The purpose of the dream is not to perfect it, but to recognize its unreality and remember the eternal love that lies beyond it. Go to mwge.org to find some movie clips and a brief write-up by David Hoffmeister.